It's Adam and Kevin, the gods of nerd heaven. They'll be making sure that everyone's heard them. They're taking back nerdom.
I'm Adam.
I'm Kevin.
We're here to chat today about some news.
What kind of news?
Star Wars stuff. You want to talk about Star Wars?
Yeah.
Are you a big Star Wars fan?
Yeah, I like Star Wars.
Did you know that Zack Snyder
Don't even go there.
Did you know Zack Snyder actually wrote a rejected Star Wars script?
It's possible.
Did you know that Netflix recently bought it and are making it its own movie after they tweak some of the Star Wars dialogue?
Is it going to be like a legit Star Wars, or are they just going to take the dialogue and make another movie and have other characters in it?
They're just going to change certain things to make it not Star Wars, but it's going to be the same script.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they bought it.
So we're going to see if it was really that big of trash.
It's called Rebel Moon. It's going to be called Rebel Moon. Netflix just bought it, and they're going to make the Zack Snyder Star Wars movie. Just won't be Star Wars. They're changing it to just be a different sci-fi.
Well, the name suggests it's talking about the Death Star.
I know.
And they had Rogue One pretty much cover that.
Yeah.
So I mean, he kind of just kind of, I don't know. That doesn't seem creative.
It doesn't seem
creative. They
creative.
just put the planet out there in the ether and made a story. You know how big Star Wars really is, like the universe? I'm surprised no one tries to just quit coattailing the main storyline of characters and kind of branch out somewhere. You could easily say that there's Jedi way out there that no one knows about. They don't discover them all.
Yes, they do.
I don't think they do.
A lot of them get murdered.
Nah.
Yes. They're all the council.
Or they can do the past.
The council.
They can do the past.
The future is where it's at.
If they're gonna let Snyder do a movie, they should let him do like a past movie where there's more more ruthful things going on that kind of sets his tone. But I will say this: if they let him ever do a movie, please put a good writer and storyboard teller with him. Like, just let him do the visuals and all that, but let someone else come off in there and do the story part.
I want to see a modern day Star Wars.
What do you mean modern day?
Well, because it takes place in a galaxy a long time ago. I want to see 2020.
You want to see Star Wars come to Earth?
No.
Okay.
But 2020 Star Wars.
But
where does Star Wars take place? In a galaxy far, a long time ago, in a galaxy far away.
Yeah, I know that.
What's a long time ago?
It doesn't specify.
Exactly. So it's been a long time ago. What would be
a long time ago? Could be 50 years ago.
I know, but what's happening elsewhere? Like, is Earth formed? Is there an Earth in the galaxy somewhere? In a different galaxy? Is there Earth?
They could make a nod to Earth without using Earth.
Like what?
Like they fly by.
Like, well, but it's a galaxy far away, so it's in multiple galaxies.
Yeah, but their ships can travel beyond the galaxy.
Beyond the galaxy.
In the Old Republic, they do it all the time.
They travel beyond the galaxy? To different galaxies?
The actual main...
Did they go to Earth?
No, not to my knowledge. But the main Sith, he actually lives outside the known galaxy. So they have to travel to fight him.
I just... I just want to see a mod. like apparently this is a long time ago is what I'm saying. So this is all like they still have like ancient weaponry for them. That's still technically even though it's futuristic, it's ancient in their galaxy. So what would be a modern take like 2020 like going on right now? Like how far into the future do they advance as far as technology? That's how crazy I want to see.
It would definitely be different than what we've been seeing.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. It'd be like lasery and stuff. I don't know.
Or maybe they wouldn't show single laser beam. It'd just be solid because it's so fast.
I don't know.
Instead of it being pew, 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 it'd be like shh.
That's what's weird about Star Wars is that it takes place a long time ago, but they still have like advanced technology.
Well, it doesn't hug like what we know as space. So it's hard for us to gauge where they're at versus us.
Yeah.
But like with Star Trek, it always hugs back around to us. And it deals with us, so we kind of know, hey, these people are this much more advanced than us. You know. But one show that was cool about doing that had nothing to do with us originally, although the new TV show claimed it did, was about Star Galactica.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, even though they were descendants or ancestors, whatever you'll call it, at some point in time they shared a lineage with humans, but it was so long ago that it's not even hardly traceable.
Yeah.
And it was like, so they pretty much lived on this neck of the woods way out here, and we lived here. And then when they ran from the the Cylons, I think that's how you say their names, and then they retouched with Earth, they realized, oh crap, these people they barely can get to the moon. We're screwed. I mean, like, you just ran. They came to us thinking we would be as advanced as them. That's what's sad, and we wasn't, because our knuckleheads were too busy making TV and playing video games.
What was this again? That was Star Trek?
Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, because it starts out with them and on their side of the. I don't know how far away they are, whether they're on the other side of the galaxy or not, but they're pretty far away. And they fight these aliens and need help, so they create the Cylons, which are these robot entities, and the Cylons were able to help them drive back the aliens. But then in the process, the Cylons' programming or something went haywire, and they believe they needed to kill them too.
Yeah.
So they run because the Cylons are just tearing up everything, tearing them up.
Yeah.
And they try to run to us thinking we are advanced. They come over and just see us on a planet next to a moon, haven't spread out, haven't done anything. We're just sitting here watching TV and mind our own business. And they show up and they're like, okay, well, we got nuclear warheads. I don't know. And I think that's what helps them.
Oh, really?
Some of our outdated technology, the Cylons can't block against, because their weaponry was like almost not powerful to deal with Cylons. Cylons had already built up force fields and resistance to it. So in a backhanded way, we helped them, but not deliberately. It was luck.
Intense.
I mean, otherwise they'd been screwed any other time. They'd been like, "Oh crap!"
Now, Star Wars is it's owned by Disney. We have a better chance of seeing.
We got to frown on that one.
I guess we have a better chance of seeing a Star Wars Marvel crossover. But didn't Nathan Richards meet Star Trek people whenever he was like going through, and like then he would, before he went back in time and became the Conqueror?
There's something said about that. There's a lot of stuff going on.
I think Kane the Conqueror, when he was still good, because actually there's multiple versions of Kane the Conqueror.
Oh, there's a ton of them.
And but one of the versions I think met the Enterprise. He met Star Trek people.
Yeah, they established that Star Trek is like there somewhere in the ether, and if they're there,
which is weird. Who owns that?
I mean, technically, who owns Star Trek?
Yeah,
I don't know if Star Trek's whole entire properties are owned by Paramount. But the movie rights and stuff are definitely Paramount. But the comic book rights might be owned by somebody completely different.
I thought it was Fox that owned them.
No. Paramount Pictures has always owned Star Trek.
So maybe
the mountain with the stars circling.
So they might never have a deal to where we could see a Star Trek Marvel crossover.
I don't know if you'd want one.
I know. I'm just saying.
I mean, all Star Trek would provide them with is transportation. I mean, wouldn't be much more than that.
It'd just be crazy. I don't know.
I think the Star Wars would be more fascinating because you could see Jedi's fighting some Marvel characters, and it'd be a bit more intense.
Intense. Oh, Star Wars. What do you think about the state of Star Wars?
I mean, as far as their current projects or where I think they should go, I mean, if you're going to ask me,
The Mandalorian is really good.
I like The Mandalorian. The TV show so far, they seem to be doing pretty good on that, but this is my thing. You just got the big granddaddy franchise, the Skywalker franchise, and to me, you ruined it. I'm just going to say it. They ruined it. The first movie copied what the old movies did. It paralleled one of the old movies to a T, just with different characters. The whole plot was the same. There's going to be some person out in the desert that don't know their lineage that randomly has force powers that's going to go on this trek, so to speak, with a bunch of strangers to help stop this planet-destroying thing, and then someone's going to die at the end and make a sacrifice. Yeah. Ben Kenobi died in that one, and this one it was Han. And I just thought it was too copied. For a Star Wars fan, I felt let down. And then the second one come along, and it was, oh my gosh, it was atrocious. I thought they literally asked Jeremy Lin, is that the director of Fast and Furious?
Yeah,
I thought they had him.
Is it Justin Lin?
Maybe it's Justin Lin. I thought they had him do the part where he must have cropped the idea about Super Leia. How Leia can all of a sudden magically fly in space after being blown out of it. I mean, I know she's a Skywalker, but come on.
You don't need a space helmet. Yeah, you don't need a space helmet when you have family.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. But I mean, and then I was like, okay, JJ said, y'all right, I'll come back to the other. And the sad thing is, I've seen JJ do good movies. I mean, look what he did with Star Trek. I really thought the first two Star Trek movies were good.
We've seen him do well at connecting movies. Look at the weird movie John Goodman and Cloverfield.
Yeah.
10 Cloverfield Lane and all that Cloverfield stuff.
And that was a good movie. And Lost was pretty good. Overall, Lost was good.
The
Now,
connection,
people could
story
complain about
connection.
the ending, but the majority of the season of Lost was good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I thought him of all people would be doing good at that. And now he come out and did make some statements saying stuff about, he started backpedaling saying it wasn't all his idea and everything, but why would you sign on and throw your name in that hat if you knew they were going to blank it up? And he's like, well, I was just trying to protect Star Wars. No, you wasn't. You were getting paid that cheddar. The thing is that you could tell, I honestly believe they had a movie in place for the third one.
Yeah.
And when they actually looked at it hardcore, and they probably brought George Lucas in to say, hey, we don't know what we're really doing with this franchise. Can you tell me if this movie's A or nay or gray? He probably told them it was trash. And it looks like they rushed that script out for that movie. Look how shoehorned it is. All of a sudden, Palpatine's back.
Yeah.
No breadcrumb in 1 or 2 that Palpatine's still alive. You know, if they really planned this trilogy out, you would have had breadcrumbs. You would have known that Snoke, you might not have known everything, but you'd have known Snoke was not, like there was something behind the scenes beyond him.
Yeah.
And I thought that a wasted opportunity with Snoke. Why couldn't it have been Snoke being the main villain and Ben now as Rilo Ken being the apprentice, and us not even see his face the first movie, and just let him be vicious. Let him be what we saw in the opening scene of the first movie. That's probably the best part, the opening scene.
Oh yeah,
he catches that laser and he's vicious.
That's crazy.
Why couldn't they just play that out a movie? One movie. Played it out.
I don't understand it.
Instead of going emo Anakin.
I don't understand it.
And I mean, they had chances to make this franchise unique and then pepper the old ones without letting the old ones take over and without ticking off your core base. If it was me, Kylo would have been the main bad guy with Snoke in the background. And instead of them having some sort of space-bearing thing to blow planets up, why couldn't the Knights of Ren be the threat? Exactly. And then the reason why Skywalker comes out of retirement is he realizes that the threat is different. It's not something they could just go sabotage. It's a group of people that are trained in the Jedi arts. So then he has to train, because they tell you at the end of this movie, at the end of all these movies, that Finn supposedly has Force in him. So why couldn't they have trained Rey and trained Finn, and then maybe one of the Knights of Ren get tired of Kylo Ren's crap, and he emerges as a new apprentice, and kind of they do an Exiled, where you have a side story going on of Ben kind of redeeming himself, and then it ends up being them three at the end against the new Knights with a new apprentice, and we could see an awesome maybe battle of masters towards the end with a Snoke versus Skywalker.
Yeah.
And you could have let him go out like a G instead of the way he went out. Instead of just fading away randomly and not really being there, maybe he would have used all of his energy up fighting Snoke at the end when they couldn't take him.
Yeah.
And then he falls over, and then to give Rey and some of the other ones more beef, maybe Snoke gets back up, or maybe that other apprentice comes in and says, "Oh, your master's defeated. What are you going to do?" And then Rey pulls just goes all out and gets the last minute pep talk, if you will, from Luke and all them. Or maybe that's when Ben comes in at the end and says, "I have finally, met peace with myself," and then Ben saves them. And then it starts a brand new story around Ben, Rey, Finn, Poe Dameron, and maybe some of the other knights escape, and then they meet somebody in the darkness, and it doesn't tell you who it is. Yeah. And it just starts then that way you have finally sealed the Skywalker saga.
But you can branch off and keep doing films.
And it'd be new and original. Why?
Well,
just one little.
They don't have you writing it.
No, I literally popped this off my head while I was talking to you.
See?
I'm not a movie guy. But if I can think of that while I'm talking and saying, what would be cool, and just pop it out of my head, why can't they?
Because they were trying to make it too cool.
I mean, it could be awesome. And then if they wanted to bring Palpatine in, they would bring him in later.
Yeah.
And then set him in. Not just throw him in there and go, oh, he's been the guy behind the scenes the whole time. And oh, now he has a daughter.
Yeah.
Dude ain't never got with no chick in any of the movies. Since when did he get laid? You know,
he was a thingy.
Excuse my French, but since when did he get laid?
He was
He
emperor.
would lay a face like that. Come on.
Oh my god. He wore a mask.
He wore something. He must have mind melded them.
Sick. Disgusting.
I mean, and plus it didn't make sense. Look, they said that's his daughter, and his whole pitch to her was he wanted her to rise above him, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, why wasn't she with him the whole time? You remember when he got Anakin?
She was kidnapped.
He knew where she was. He even acted like he did. He
know.
laid out everything and laid everything down.
Okay.
And that's what's weird because like when he sensed Anakin's potential, he held him close to him. He didn't let him go off.
Yeah.
But with Rey, he's like, okay, he's going to desert planet. And what happens? Oh, all of a sudden now I need you to come back. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't. We want good Star Wars movies. There is another storyline out there that they could pick up that fans love, and it's not originally canon, but it could be streamlined canon. That's the Revan saga. That would be spectacular.
The Revan saga.
But if they trash it, it'll be horrible.
Be horrible. Oh, the state of Star Wars is crazy. We got movies that we don't know who's making them. You
got people making these movies that don't know anything about the product.
Yeah, no,
or what the fans like about the product.
Exactly. They don't know what they're doing. They're just making it really for them. They actually probably hate Star Wars. They're making it for themselves.
I'm glad I'm hearing more and more rumors that Kathleen Kennedy
damn Ryan.
the boot. Please.
And then we have other networks making knockoff Star Wars films.
What do you think they could do to fix it?
Nothing. It's unfixable.
You don't think they could
destroyed? They're giving Rian Johnson 3 movies. It.
Do you think that they could take The Mandalorian and somehow refix the characters and keep them going? Like maybe Ray trains. What's this? Gorgu, I think is what they call them.
Where do they find them?
Baby Yoda. I don't know. That could be the whole story is how they meet up.
Oh yeah, like where he's been.
They live like 800 or 900 years. So I mean,
maybe he's been hiding in that planet. Maybe he was never killed. He was hiding the whole time.
It's possible. They never really fleshed out whether Gorgo, whatever his name is, whether he was there and died with the other people or whether he might have left. They left that. You know, so they didn't really put a lot of touch on that. We know that Luke grabbed him and trained him, obviously, at the end of Mandalorian, but we don't know if he stayed with Luke the whole time or if he left.
Yeah.
That's open for debate. I felt like maybe Rey could teach him. Maybe Rey could teach him since she's all of a sudden got all the power of the Jedi. Whatever. And you might as well just turn her into a master and retire her because she's too OP. But I don't know, man. They just left it in shambles. You might be right. There might be no hope. They didn't leave no bad guy around the fight that I know of.
No.
There's no purpose. She buried the swords. I mean,
they're going to try to find a new Sith. But that's a whole...
They killed Ben Solo after we started liking him.
But doesn't someone... Every time a hero's made, a Sith is born or something?
Well, no, that was the only thing that I remember going on. Is there's a rule of 2. Like there's always 2, one a master, one apprentice, never more, never less. And that was a rule made by Revan, which was canon, non-canon turned canon. Apparently, Bane found a Horcrux of Revan saying that Revan thought it'd be better if there was only 2. That way they could hide in the shadows and they're less detectable.
Yeah,
and from there they implemented it.
It's crazy. I don't know because all I know is that. So who was supposed to be the second one? I guess Snoke. No, it was Snoke. No, I don't know. I don't understand the mythology. I think it was ruined. The mythology was ruined somehow.
Well, the way they were acting was.
She's the middle. She's the middle, and so she made balance by being a good and bad.
I think Rey was if it was to play out correctly, Rey would end up becoming the master and Ben would have become the apprentice, because obviously that's Palpatine's daughter. She's not going to play second fiddle to anybody.
Yeah.
And then Ben is just turned, so he's going to be the apprentice. And then where's the Jedi at?
No
Either way,
Jedi.
they screwed it up, man. It just feels to me like whoever put Snoke in motion had the idea to make him a mainstream villain, considering how powerful he was in the second one.
Yeah.
That was another thing. He could somehow read their thoughts across the galaxy and pair them together, but he couldn't know that Ben was going to betray him and stab him in the back with a lightsaber. That's what I mean. That's just lazy writing.
Lazy writing.
It is.
It's reason like this why we started this channel. To chat about Star Wars, chat about the flaws that this mainstream corporations, corporate Hollywood has taken over the nerd community, has taken over the franchises, and they're not planning it out. They're not doing what nerds like, and that is planned out, thought-provoking content. They're just cramming shit together and taking our money.
Yep.
Taking our money and cramming more shit. Exactly.
There's nothing else out there for you to watch.
It's what we wanted, but not. It's not the quality. It's the quantity of what we wanted, but not the quality of what we wanted.
The product, but not the quality. Either way.
That's what it is. Yeah, something. Anyways,
y'all gotta help us.
Help us.
Yeah.
They do have to help us.
They gotta quit giving money to these hacks.
Give us the money, damn it.
Hey, won't y'all start
so we can make a movie?
See a movie like this and y'all know it's gonna be like this? Don't go see it.
Yeah, give us some money so we can make a movie.
Don't stream it or
we're gonna make a nerd movie.
Yeah, we'll make a better one. Well. I just gave you a better script than they did.
Hell yeah.
I just don't got the money or the means
or
the knowledge to put it into play.
Gave you a better script than Zack Snyder did.
Yeah. Just don't give me Michael Bay to make it, please.
At least it'd have explosions.
No, give me Spielberg.
A lot of explode.
Give me Spielberg.
Spielberg would be cool. Yeah.
He's good at space movies.
But he's kind of like losing it.
Him or James Cameron.
He's losing it.
They're both losing it, but they know space movies, and that's the important thing. The visuals need to be spectacular.
Like, share, subscribe, and help us take back nerdom.
I go to art house cinemas several nights a week. I blog about the classics and buy the DVDs. Directors don't know who I am or care that I exist, but I defend their work for hours at parties when I'm pissed. Media, I gave you all the best years of my life. I tell the world about you on social network sites. When I'm not consuming you, I'm telling others too, and wishing I could hang around the people who make you.